Hello and welcome back to Let's Watch Bonfireside Chat presenting Let's Play Dark Souls. Something that you may or may not realize right now. I had an audio fuck up and lost my audio from when I recorded this. So this is post commentary. I've never done that before. So it's going to be a little bit different. I'm going to put it all together in Movie Maker, Windows Movie Maker. We may lose the audio from the game. If so, I apologize. I swear to you, learning how to do some rudimentary video editing is on my list of things to do. Here's Manus pulling us in here. He wants that pendant. My guess is that pendant belongs to Dusk. He's in love with Dusk. And she, it came off, or Seath somehow acquired it. It's in that golem from when Seath had her. That's my thought. One thing I do in this is I'm pretty sure I do all the bosses with the bow. I know I do the first two with the bow, which is pretty rad. I'm trying to see, I think I'm switching to a lightning resistant shield if I have one here, is the idea, but I cannot wield it. So yeah, I did that because somebody on the YouTube was like, hey, fight more shit with the bow. And I was like, okay. So I did it. I don't think I cast Ironflesh once in this entire Let's Play, even though I have it at the ready. So here's the Sanctuary Guardian. I like this boss fight. I like all of the boss fights in the DLC. They're my favorite boss fights in the game, more or less. I think they're all really challenging and fair. And yeah, I just actually fought this guy on my soul level 1 character, which is interesting because this, with my fully upgraded bow here, I'm doing as much damage as my fully upgraded pyromancy glove. I'm not trying to cut off the tail, even though I love that they made his tail a whip as opposed to a sword or axe, and you don't have to do anything with it. Even though I am disappointed that his soul is only good for souls, and you can't turn it into anything neat. So post commentary, you're gonna get less of me going, whoa, cool, making those little noises that we all the Let's Play community knows. I just fucked up. The reason why is because when I first start aiming, I'm facing the wrong way, and I try to adjust for it, and that is a mistake. Also, I hope that the audio stays in sync relatively with the video. Again, this is a grand experiment. Yeah. So here I am. I love how the Sanctuary Guardian kind of like sidles to the right and left and circles you, very much like an animal. But I have such a hard time dodging that thing. Oop! No, that time I got it. I was trying to preemptively make the noise, and it's probably desynced, and that probably made no sense. So I apologize for that. I'm learning how to do one of these long form kind of Let's Plays, so everybody who's listened to it, I really appreciate it. Nope. Did I die? No. Like, I've got like 1 HP left. And I roll right towards the Sanctuary Guardian like an idiot. Everyone who's been listening or watching this since the beginning, though, I really appreciate it, because it's really fun to do. It's something I've wanted to do since I got crazy into Dark Souls. It's something I want to do again. So thank you for watching, and thank you for bearing with these technical difficulties. It's been a learning experience for me, and I mean that in 100%. I'm out of Estus here. A totally legitimate way. Like it's been a fun skill to learn, and it's different than podcasting and different than anything I've done. And feedback has been really flattering, and I really appreciate it. So this is something where I could probably have killed the Sanctuary Guardian if I got out my sword. He does not have very many hit points. It's kind of one of the tricks to him. He's really kind of easing you into these more difficult bosses. So I've seen screenshots of going into this grove where there are 2 Sanctuary Guardians. I don't know how that happens. I've read like a couple accounts, and they're all contradictory. How that happens? That would be crazy. I should see if I can find a YouTube of someone doing that, because that's really really something. There's where I just realized that I'm out of Estus. But all the bosses in the DLC possible exception, I mean, Manus I think is really fucking hard. But they all like telegraph their attacks really clearly. There's no trick to them. They're just really fun because you have to, be really on with your dodging. And, and they're all really aggressive, which I really like. I think they're the finest boss fights in the game, and it's one of the things that makes me really hopeful for Dark Souls 2. Here I am popping humanity. I apologize for this early on. That's so stupid. I have 44 of these things. I'm never going to use them. And that's not even counting double humanities. Oh, but I die anyway. So before I could pop one. It's unfortunate. But yeah, makes me very hopeful for Dark Souls 2 because these are the the last bosses they designed, presumably, and they're so great. Excuse me while I eat a piece of prescription bread and hummus. I'm balls to the wall. I'm really... The other reason these have slowed down coming out. I had them going every other day for a while. Then I went back to school, and it took up a lot of my time. It's really unfortunate. If I had my druthers, this is all I would do. It would be podcasting and doing Let's Plays and projects and songs and all of that stuff. I mean, that's the dream, right? That's what everyone wants. I really wish that was true. And get these out more regularly. I'm gonna bank. I want to do a little bit more audience participation on the Faith run that I'm gonna do next. I don't know if I want to do that, whether it's because there's gonna be a trade-off between that or timely episodes. So having time to get feedback, especially with my viewership, which is like, I'm very happy with it, but it's not so much so that I'm going to get tons of comments on every video. So I might just have important decision points, like record 2 of them at once and then say, okay, should I do this or this? But I don't know yet. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, I wanna put these out more regularly. I want to do all that. I've made some decisions about the Faith run that I'm gonna do. Off camera, as kind of that's a rare attack right there. As a challenge run to myself, I started 2 challenge runs. I did a Soul Level 1 run, which I mentioned earlier. I also started a Shieldless run because I wanted to get some of those Vegeta 311 master dodging skills. I'm not there, of course, because that guy is a weirdo fucking savant. I like his videos a lot. I don't mean to. I think I've talked smack about his name before on the show, his YouTube name. I'm only funnin'. I've listened to hours and hours of that guy play. I like his stuff a whole lot. But I want to get good at dodging, so I went Shieldless. It's really fun. I recommend it if you, are looking for a way to spice up your Dark Souls experience. Try playing through where you can throw Grass Crest on your back, but no blocking other than with your 2-handed weapon. It's really fun. I'm doing it with big, crazy, strong strength weapons too, so I'm really slow, and I'm also dedicated to fast rolling. So I'm because I hate myself is why I'm doing that. So it's a really fun character. I've been using him to help out my buddy Brayton of the pitch to get through Anor Londo, and he helped me as well. Because Orange Sea and Smoke was pretty tough. So my plan for this Faith run is to have miracles. So I'm gonna really kind of see what miracles, try out a bunch of them, see what they have to offer, and then 2 to build up the stats for Sanctus, or not Sanctus, Grant, and Sanctus, I guess, because I'll have that shield option if I want to regenerate instead of regenerating stamina. Stamina. But using Grant, because Grant looks badass, and I realize what Grant is a reference to now that I played Demon Souls. Like so much of Dark Souls, it is a Demon Souls reference to Garl Vinland's weapon. And I just want to use Grant. So I'm so used to fast rolling, but the idea of putting in enough endurance, enough strength, and enough faith to use Grant, miracles, and carry all that stuff while fast rolling means 0 vitality and not getting there until the end of the game. So I'm probably going to be a chubby, slow-moving fool. And there he goes. I've dropped the Sanctuary Guardian with the bow, and I moon him thusly. I'm going to eat a piece of bread now while I do a little traveling and walk to the next area. My cat says hello. Ooh, that's spicy hummus. But yeah. So I'm going to do some stuff in the character planner a little bit and see, like, what do I need to two-hand grant? How much endurance do I need to fast roll with, like, at least reasonable armor? I've gotten really into the chain shirt, which looks really stupid, but provides a little bit of poise. It's only 6 pounds, and you upgrade that and you get a pretty decent armor value, so maybe that and nothing else. Elizabeth's a real weirdo. You know, Dusk's teacher or guardian or something like that. You know, and there's really not that much to her. If you talk to her enough more, she'll talk to you a little bit more about the fall of Elysiel. And we're doing all of the DLC as one episode for the podcast, so you'll hear our theories on all of this jazz. I think I'm gonna, yeah, I've got 5 humanity, so here I'm going to kindle the bonfire. I think I kindle this up to 20, which is not a waste of, I mean, this isn't my primary bonfire for you know, the DLC. I always need 20 for Manus, and that's just how it goes. No, I do 15. That's a remarkable amount of restraint. Even though I'm sure I lose that humanity to Artorias. But yeah, Elysiel. Tempted into the abyss. Most people think it was Kath. We just know it's a serpent who does it. A lot of people... Here's something new I'm trying, is you can see those guys up on that ridge. So I was going to try to assassinate them ahead of time. I think that's proof that the you know, the Dark Age ending is not the right ending, because you've doomed humanity to get sucked into the abyss. Oh, there, that's stupid. That was a dumb little fall down there. But I see a little platform under there. That captured my imagination. I just pointed at the screen as if you guys can see it. But that captured my imagination. I remember that on this playthrough. And I wanted to see what that is. See how my quiver is clipping through my cape. Some kind YouTube commenter, the name is escaping me, told me how to fix that, but I already recorded this a while back. So, and here I am trying to look and see what that platform might be. Not quite enough to one-shot these guys, unfortunately. But this whole wooded area is a little disappointing to me, because there's not, unless you're like item collecting, you know, there's not very much reason to go through it. I don't think I do here. I find these guardian giants here pretty tough, even after, you know, having played a whole bunch. And you know, like, I think you can get a second blue slab in there, which thank God, because the actual blue slab is such a pain in the ass to find. Unbelievable. And you can find some Elizabeth mushrooms and maybe a couple pieces of armor from this this guardian set. But unless you're a collector, you know, by the time you get to this point, you have superior versions of all that stuff. There's nothing back here, but I forgot. I think I gotta grow up and get these gauntlets, even though I'll never wear them. I don't know why I decided to do that. And of course I know the quickest way through these woods, because I've died on Artorias a trillion fucking times. I don't think I die a trillion times in this playthrough, even though I do die, you know, a couple times. Even though one of my Dark Souls feathers in my cap is that when I was playing with my Zero Poise Pyromancer character, I eventually learned Artorias so well that I can beat him with, I did beat him without being hit. which was a big point of pride because that is my favorite boss fight in the game. I think this is that ridge that you go down in order to go meet Kalameet. Did we just cross that? And I didn't never realize that before. And I'm kind of pointlessly crystal farming here. I don't think I really need anything at this point. Oh no, I can probably use that chunk. Actually, still. So I like this area, you know, it's slowly being corrupted. You get the impression that the corruption is kind of radiating out from a weird draw distance thing. Radiating out from the township. So. But yeah, I don't know how the lore of this place affects my view of which ending is best. The argument for the the dark ending, meaning submitting to the abyss, is relatively compelling. You know, I can see that. In the grand scheme of things, I would have to sit down and really gather my thoughts. I come back to a lot of the time the fact that, like, no matter what happens, as soon as the game is over, you're immediately kicked into New Game Plus, and everything is just harder. You know, I get really into this, the way to win is not to play kind of thing, you know, like you're kind of stuck in this cycle. Or as Cole would say, a cycle of samsara, which he is fond of saying that. So, I don't know. I like that it's open to interpretation. Ooh, yep. I like that, I like the idea of both endings. That one, like romantically, I like the idea. I almost bled there, and that would have been disastrous. That one thing, one option is cutting out the cancer, but wounding yourself, and one option is, a pain reliever. Is it better to, just kind of cauterize the wound, or is it better to have, increase the quality of life? Like kindling the flame is like hospice care for the world. I like that thematically and romantically and everything. When I say romantic, of course I don't mean lovey. I mean in the sense of a sense of romanticism. So I'm killing these guys with a bow, just kind of fucking around. I'm gonna take another bite of bread and let you watch me kill some fools with a bow. If I end up doing that shield this run, I'm gonna die a lot, and I'm either gonna edit or I'm just not gonna edit, and you guys are just gonna have to come along with me on my journey in real time of like how long that takes me. Comment if you think that sounds terrible, but if you think that sounds kind of fun, maybe I'll get increasingly frustrated. Maybe I'll come up with new swear words and shit. Let me know. You guys have so much resistance. Everything in the DLC does, pretty much, which means that when I get to this point, I'm kind of I ran past all these guys on my soul level 1 character, but I'm kind of stuck on Artorias, even though I feel like I know him really well. I keep getting psyched out because I have 0 margin for error, but he has a lot of resistance. Like my Great Combustion with fully upgraded Pyromancy Flame is doing like 190 damage to him, so it's definitely a challenging challenge run. Whereas Shieldus, I think it's going to be relatively easy because I do tons of damage on that character. I'm using a Demon Great Axe, which dropped from the first Taurus Demon, and I was like, well, this is a sign. I know there's something behind this little hut, but you really have to clear this area out to get it, and I did not do so. There's Marvelous Chester. You know, there's not very much to this NPC other than the fact that he wears cool clothing, which is enough. I often will kill him for his clothes, which I'm pretty sure I do that here. Yeah. And he's actually kind of tough. Like, as far as NPCs go. As an invader and as an NPC, like, he is not a joke. I don't know why I'm killing him. It's kind of dumb. I'm not going to wear his stuff in this playthrough. And, it would make sense to keep him alive. I could have bought, you know, a bunch of green moss and shit from him. But, you know, live and learn. I used to think he had Evelyn, like he used to shoot triple crossbow bolts, but he does not. That little kick attack, though, is like totally, you know, unique. I don't think you can ever do that. So, yeah, he's a pretty well-planned, or well-designed NPC fight. His mask, of course, is a reference to the fat officials from Demon Souls. Because everything in Dark Souls is a reference to Demon Souls. I think I might try on the trench coat to see how it looks, but I don't ultimately end up going for it. And it looks stupid. Not in general, but just with my my combination of things that I have there. And that looks really silly too. What are you doing, Butterfield? Okay, I'm doing some stamina regen on this guy. I'm pretty sure I do this bow, all bow, so I'm sure it takes me a couple tries. I like the idea of Artorias still kind of fighting the Abyss, even though he's succumbed to it. You know, he's got these powerful instincts. You know, so he's still fighting these things, even though they're not, you know, directly a threat to him anymore now that he's corrupted. And here's Artorias. And it takes me a little while. I think the reason why I die, even though I'm pretty good at fighting this guy, is that I need to figure out the timing of like when I have enough time to use my bow. Because it's different than when you're just doing a sword strike. And I think I dodged this too early a few times, but you have to dodge that very late. Yeah, 116 damage. Good night. Yeah, all of his attacks you want to dodge late. And in fact, in Dark Souls, you usually want to dodge late. So one thing I like about Artorias a lot is he has a moveset very similar to Sif's. You know, you get this idea that Sif learned to fight by watching him. That's really amazing. Really good little detail. And just kind of the only real safe time to attack him is when he does that big jump, or when he's charging up. I think ultimately I let him charge up rather than interrupt him out of it in this playthrough. Can barely make it there. Barely make it there. This you can see the stamina regen from the Mask of the Child though being very useful because a lot of double dodges going on. A little throwing crud attack. Okay, I managed to dodge late. I choose to heal instead of do anything else and get tagged for it. Nope, dodge too early. Nope, I'm feeling myself make the mistakes again. I know at this point, at some point I get into dodging that too soon and keep getting clipped. See? Right there you get clipped a little bit. You gotta dodge it. Dodge it late. I wish Artorias' armor looked a little cooler, because you can buy it after the DLC, but who would want to wear it? Like, it doesn't look very good. You know, and like that's the thing about Dark Souls. It's kind of like, you know, fashion dolls for dudes and ladies, but it's kind of, you know, that's kind of what Dark Souls is. Given that, ooh, that was nasty. Given that, you know, everything everything is viable. Alright, let's see if I think this might be where I died the first time. Yeah. Yep. Stupid. I would love to edit us back to the fight there, but I don't know how to do it. So I'm going to eat a piece of bread as we walk on back to old Artorias here. Yeah, I'm using my chunk here. So this shouldn't be too excruciating for either for either of us. I have this route more or less down pat. I feel. Here I am realizing I didn't have the Hawk Ring equipped like an idiot, so I could have been doing more damage to everything I fought this entire time. But luckily I rectified that mistake. And I don't think this is Artorias might take me 3 tries, because I know beating him is how I end the video. And I know I have enough video left to possibly justify 2 more tries. So strap in, folks. I will say that the post commentary is definitely a little bit harder to fill in this gap, because if I was doing live commentary, I would be complaining about Artorias and talking about how I was going to take him on next. He did take me 1,000 fucking tries the first time I fought him, and I ended up summoning help, which, you know, that was the only time that happened, but I ended up using help the first time I fought him, and Kalameet and Manus the first time I went through this DLC. So being able to fight all of them solo is kind of a big deal, and that's, you know, for me, even somebody like Ornstein and Smo, I rarely fight solo. Like, a lot of times I'll get help for that. So doing all these guys solo feels really, really good. I'm kind of doing some cagey strafing here, similar to the Sanctuary Guardian. Hunting this guy. He always catches me at the tip of his sword right there. And that's barely a time where I can attack him. I probably should have healed. And oh, that might end up being the fatal mistake. So we'll see. Yeah, yep. Nope. There, whoa. Alright. Okay, good. Good past me. It's so rare that I praise myself in the past. Gary of the past is 100% the enemy of Gary of the present. And I am the enemy of Gary in the future. And I, you know, conspire to find ways to ruin my life all the time, it seems like, so yeah. Being able to see something I did well in the past is a nice little change of pace, and I'll take it. Good late dodge. Good bow in the back. He's going to charge up here fairly soon, I think. Yeah. That is definitely the attack from which you can do the most damage to him. And if you have like a melee weapon, you can hit him a couple times there. But because I'm dedicated to excellence, I'm not doing that. Maybe could have taken a shot there. In retrospect. So yeah, I don't bother to try to get him out of this. Because I would have to switch to my weapon and then two-hand it, and it'd be really difficult to, to get up to him in time and do enough damage before he blows up. So here I am fucking up. I think I'm probably a little bit nervous because he's all powered up and glowing with abyssal energy. But ultimately, I never knock him out of that on the time I beat him, which I think will be the next one. Should have healed there. I have 12 Estus. There's no reason to get cocky. I should probably be a little bit more conservative. Yep. And there I am getting clipped. I'm probably freaking out right now. And I jumped too late that time. Get clipped. I think that I'm pretty sure the next time is when I make it. If not, I apologize again. Another rip-roaring walk back to Artorias. Post commentary. Let's play Dark Souls, and eat another piece of bread here. This is pretty embarrassing. I'm just trying to rush through though, so obviously I'm making mistakes. Classic Dark Souls blunder is to fuck up and try to run back to your bloodstain or run back to the boss and get careless. Moving on through here. Nearly there. It really doesn't take too long to get back to Artorias. It's a pretty gentle boss rush, or boss run. I think that's true of all the bosses in the DLC. Artorias is the one I for sure, maybe not on this playthrough, but I think am I gonna repair my weapon? No. 100% the boss in the game that has taken me the most tries, other than Ornstein and Smo with my soul level 1 character, which I've literally tried 30 times. I know because I was turning human every time. On a non-challenge run, Manus is the hardest boss for me. Previously Four Kings, but bosses that I have hard times with include Four Kings, Ornstein and Smo, Manus. Kalameet used to be a problem before I realized the trick to Kalameet is 100% ranged weapons, be it sorcery or arrows, as this video will show in the next episode. They make Kalameet a snap. I think I first try him on in the video. If not the first try, though, I do really well. Yeah, Seath for some reason has become tough. Like my Poiseless character, Seath was hard. My Sorcerer Seath was hard for some reason. Or because I was trying to cut off the tail. And then my soul level 1 character, he was really difficult because I was kind of speed running. There's no reason to pick up all the armor since I wasn't going to wear most of it. So I didn't have anything that resists curse. And I got cursed a few times, which actually was pretty frustrating. I'm just looking at this character's health bar and getting a huge boner, like thinking about my soul level 1. Not a real boner, but it's so phallic and long. Getting a huge health bar boner. Thinking about my soul level 1 character and how fucking fragile he is. My shield this character is really fragile too because I haven't put any points into vitality because I have 40 endurance and 40 strength. I'm just now putting points into vitality with him. So, her actually, it's a lady character. But, yeah. I kind of wish Dark Souls had like a mode. I mean, this would be silly, and I understand why they don't. But I would accept a mode where like you could just pick out a boss and fight him from the beginning. Because watching this fight is making me want to do it, and I got a little well. I mean, I can try him with my soul level 1 character right after I get done recording, but it's so fun. It's such a good boss fight. Like watching this is making my thumbs twitch where I know I should be dodging. Man, is this a good game. Unbelievable. Here I get myself trapped in a corner, and luckily Artorias' RNG works out in my favor. Lets me out of there. Something I've been thinking about too is maybe trying a speedrun of the game. I'm very good at getting through non-bosses. I'm worried about, dying on bosses, but part of me wants to try it because I've watched a bunch of them and they look really fun. I don't think I could set the record or anything even remotely like that, but I wouldn't mind giving it a shot. He has tons of defense when he's charging up there. I never noticed that before. And there I get a little wigged out, but I think this is the one I make it on. So that was a real serious blunder right there. I'm getting nervous, I can tell. So hopefully past Gary relaxes, and just concentrates on dodging until he gets a good chance to heal. I said a good chance to heal. There we go. That was a lucky dodge. Alright. So Artorias is at half health. I'm about half Estus. Contest of Champions here. I also never switched to my faster bow. My compound bow. I never thought about doing that. I'm going to be using the Black Bow of Ferris for this, which for a melee fight like this is the worst possible idea because its main advantage is range and the fact that I've upgraded to plus 15, but I'd be able to get out shots in kind of narrower windows of opportunity or get more shots out if I switch to the compound bow. Pretty dumb. I realized some mistakes I made on this Let's Play after I finished it. But I mean, I mentioned that before. It was a learning experience for sure. On the whole, I think the archery play is pretty fun. I'd recommend it to people looking to spice up the game. I'm having more fun with the shieldless character, but it's definitely a fun way to do it. There's a serious testament to this game that I'm even doing challenge runs in it, because that's insane. I never do that shit. That's not me as a gamer. I just want the content. But Dark Souls is different, and we all know this. Okay, finally giving me an opportunity to attack. Thank you, Artorias, and charging. Giving me multiple attacks. Again at half damage though, for some reason. Oh, I managed to knock him out of it actually. So there's other times if I hadn't healed, I could have stopped him from doing it. I'm kind of surprised that tagged me. But I got this in the bag at this point, I'm pretty sure. Or do I? That was a late dodge. I probably shouldn't have made that. I really need him to do a healable attack at this point. I do a good dodge and double drink. Good pass south. Because even though you get hit on the double drink, on the balance you end up with more health than if you had single drink. So I think I knock him out of it here. Yep. Don't get psyched out. Good work. And backing away to the left is just kind of my constant, you know, always doing that. At some point I decided I didn't want the mask and would rather have the extra AC from my Thieves Hood. So, ooh, I didn't think he was going to be able to hit me there. That was a real closed casket kind of face stab. Describing something as closed casket, pretty dark. You know, saying like I went real closed casket on Artorias here. Just so Sif wouldn't recognize him. Pretty nasty. Deciding not to heal there, kind of, I'm probably, my thinking being that I'm doing so little damage that the longer I'm in this fight, the more likely I am to fuck up. So I'm getting aggressive. And he gives me so few opportunities to attack him. There I probably had the exact conversation I just had with myself when I was actually recording. Losing that audio is interesting though, because it makes me wonder, like, what if, you know, what if I told some crazy story, or what if, you know, there was an ambulance that came by and, you know, freaked me out, or my cat jumped up on, you know, like all these kind of lost things from losing that audio. It's kind of interesting, just that transient moment. But if that had not happened, then this wouldn't exist, which is also, I mean, not to blow anybody's mind here. Duh. Alright, getting sloppy a little bit. You know, it's that I realize I need to something to remember that when he does that double spin, that's an okay spot to plug in one. Okay, I choose not to heal here, even though I can probably heal right after that. Yeah, good, Gary. I'm recognizing patterns now that I didn't consciously recognize when I was playing it, because you're concentrating on the game. Like, he always jumps backwards twice before charging up, and then afterwards he always does his jump attack, or his long range jump attack. So. Yeah. This is just getting sad at this point. Poor old hero. I mean, there are no happy endings in Dark Souls, though, so. Alright, the video is about to end here, so I'm going to go ahead and do my sign-off since I don't want the audio to go longer. Thank you for watching this. Next episode will go up probably next Sunday, since I have to record another post-commentary. You can watch me fight Manus, and I think I just get through Ulysseal Township and Manus. I don't think I do Calamite. I think I do Calamite and Gwyn in one video. Thank you for watching, though, and praise the sun. There's a little bit more video than that. I'm just afraid it's going to end. I'm going to kill him. The video is going to end. And because of desync, I'm going to get cut off mid-sentence. So just enjoy watching the rest of the fight, and I won't feel pressure to say things.